we're contemplating owning a horse. At the end of some of the races, you could claim a horse for like $20,000. Hey, Amanda.
Yeah, baby.
Do you have $20,000?
We're going to Saratoga in July.
What are we going to see in Saratoga in July?
Horse races and the New York City Ballet, and go to a winery.
Do they have all-you-can-eat shrimp in Saratoga?
I'm sure we can find that.
Priorities. All I'm saying is I'll go to Saratoga, but they don't have all-you-can-eat shrimp. My two favorite things in this world. You don't eat shrimp and Amanda.
Inside Trip and Nick Juarez will complete the lineup. The rail has speed. Pleasant Buffy reined back off the top flight to race in third from Inside Trip and Showbiz Liz, and the early trailer is Kitten of the Nile. They charge into the first turn, and Nikki's Warrior kicks on with it to lead it by 2 over Grandtastic News in second. Out 3 wide in Showbiz Liz, and the 2-path is Pleasant Buffy. Then in between horses it's Inside Trip, and with an Inside Trip, Kitten of the Nile last of all, and taps on the brakes to now be about 8 lengths off the lead of Nikki's Warrior. Nikki's Warrior and Tyler Gaffleone into the backstretch, leading by 2.5 over Pleasant Buffy in second. Grandtastic News is now third from fourth and Inside Trip, put into the 2-path by Juarez and about 4 lengths off the lead. 2 back to Showbiz Liz, and at the rail, Kitten of the Nile. They head down the backstretch and go to the final half mile of the contest, and Nikki's Warrior has the lead a length and a quarter. Pleasant Buffy is a bit closer second, Inside Trip a bit closer third. At the rail in Grandtastic News, close enough if good enough, ahead of Showbiz Liz, and the trailer is Kitten of the Nile. That's the 6 of them as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Mid-race breather for Nikki's Warrior, but Pleasant Buffy comes to call on the outside. And Pleasant Buffy and Jairo Hernandez put a neck in front. Nikki's Warrior is second, Inside Trip third. Grandtastic News looking for racing room. She has horse, but no place to prove it. Showbiz Liz on the outside. Kitten of the Nile has played no part in this, and they're at the top of the stretch. Pleasant Buffy tries to spring the upset. Inside Trip set down for the drive, getting serious with Showbiz Liz on the stand side, and Grandtastic News at the rail. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and Inside Trip now has the lead with Showbiz Liz lunging at her late. Pleasant Buffy is back to third, but Inside Trip's got it. Inside Trip a length and a half. Second was Showbiz Liz, third was Pleasant Buffy, then Grandtastic News, Kitten of the Nile, and Nikki's Warrior.
Pete!
Pretty cool, huh?
Yes, it was very cool. Oh my.
Glasses? It's sun out here, man. You know what? We'll watch right from the rail here, which is really cool. Dr. Fatty is right there to attend to the horse.
Winner circle. What? Feel like a real winner. Feel like a real wiener.
That's the announcer's booth, okay? And so it'll normally be standing in the window.
Esperen mejor.
He's a very short size right now, 1:02, and I think rightfully so. He had a nightmare trip last time out for trainer Dale Romans, and being back early, and I like to stretch out his distance for him, and even looking at it physically, because like his back off.
Many different tracks, at the same time of the year. So they will have many pairs of their silks. So we here might have 3 or 4 pairs of the Ramsey silks. Another track in New York might have 3 or 4 pairs of the Ramsey silks. Because see, Thomas Thompson, yeah, so they did.
Looks pretty favorable.
Thank you. She finishes my mimosas. Our next race is named after me, the Michael Buonaiuto Insperity Classic Furlong. And we gotta hit up an ATM, or are we not betting?
Any preference?
No, those look delicious.
Okay. Great. Cheers.
Cheers. Number one. Cool. So we got Indigo Yankee, New Legend. What's KOR?
Korean bred horse.
Oh, okay.
He's Korean bred. So
King Zachary.
his sire was.
Sire's the dad. Okay. Falconer, Love Nest, and Yiza Star.
Some interesting names.
It's pretty funny. Which one should I'm guessing there's someone up front that'll teach us how to bet.
So we can do that. Myself and my coworker Abby can teach you how to bet. You can come by the booth when you guys are ready, or one of us can come up to your table in 10 palms. Just line them up on these hooks. So race 1, race 2, race 3, and so on. So that the valets can come by. Oh, my jockey's the 2 horse in the first race. Let me grab those silks. Oh, my jockey's the 8 horse in the second race. Let me grab those silks. And just get what they need for the day. You can see some are still here. These are actually some of my favorite silks because I just think they're so pretty. All the guys have their names on their stuff. Because when you've got 45 guys up in a room and they're all wearing the same white pants, you want to make sure that you're getting yours. So they'll have their names sewn on them. A lot of guys now. Put a marker and write on underwear. Everything. Right now, they're all coming out to get ready for the first race. So the valet sits right on the horse's hip. He never knows it's there. But when you watch the race and you see these little chiclets at the bottom of the screen, it's that.
Got it.
So it's like a real-time positioning of the horse throughout the race, pings off towers that we have set up.
Nice.
So it's really cool, really informational, can provide a lot of really good information for handicappers that really like to study, because it will tell you something like the exact feet that the horse traveled. There's no silks that are super similar to one another.
So there's no silks that are super similar to one another in here? 'Cause
No, there are actually.
Okay.
Because Florida doesn't have that rule.
Okay.
So we've got, like, these silks here are Rapoli. He's a pretty big owner, and our really one of the top trainers in the country, Todd Pletcher, trains for him. And then there's another guy, which they might be outside, but it's basically very similar to these silks, except this orange circle is filled in.
Okay.
So instead of the R, it's just an orange circle. So they're very similar, because Florida doesn't have that rule where they have to be registered. You know, we've got famous people that have silk. Bobby Flay, Chef Bobby Flay, he owns horses. So Todd Pletcher trains for him. These right here are pretty neat. These are the silks of the Sheik from Dubai. So he has his silks made, and they're actually pure silk. He's got one pair that these frogs are actually real gold, but this here they're gold threading. And then his cap is velvet. So he takes very good care of his silks. When he's got the silks that are real gold, you know, he's dropping them off, or someone for him is dropping them off, collecting them again. But so anything that you could ever imagine is probably in here. There's actually some silks in here. Oh, I see them actually. Okay. So this is a really old stable, and Pedro always likes to pull these out. The stable name is called Breaking Wind, and so this is what they have on their silks.
That's great.
Now, why you would ever want to do this, I don't know, but it's funny. Maybe they have a great sense of humor. Maybe they're goofy. I really don't know, but it's pretty entertaining when he pulls those out. This is Messiah.
Hey, guys.
He's
What's up,
the
man?
best.
I try to be.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, how you doing?
Amanda.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
I'm one of the valets. It's like being a caddy for a golfer. You
Yeah.
make sure they got all the equipment. Tell them which way the wind is blowing, how it's blowing, you know,
Okay.
stuff like that. We shine their shoes, their sneakers, iron their clothes.
Make them look good.
Yeah, make sure they have the right colors, because you can see there's only 1 billion colors here.
Yeah.
So we just
Only
make
a
sure
billion.
that, yeah. make sure the saddles are the right weight. So they eliminate all the little things that they have. All they have to concentrate on is just riding the horses.
Okay.
That's our job. Nice to meet you guys.
You too, Masai.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
This way. Oh. Those people are up there on TV.